Hey y'all, this is pretty much a part two. This is a giant PSA submission. I had part one where it showed off a bunch of stuff, but yeah, look at this. We actually got a cardboard slab in our submission, which is not really a good thing with PSA. You'll see why. But yeah, I just kind of want to burn through these. These cards that I'm going to start with are actually no symbol jungle hollows. You can tell because they don't have the jungle symbol at all. Kind of self-explanatory there. But these are all going to be kind of mid-tier grades. These were in a personal collection for a long time in a raggedy old binder. But yeah, we actually have the whole set here. Really like the electrode, but a lot of them have surface wear, which you can really see on that. But yeah, if you ever get one of these cardboard boxes, that usually means something bad. It means that they usually or probably did not grade a certain card. And as you can see, this time around, it is the Flareon. So they do go ahead and print a label, no symbol Flareon, but do not holder. And it actually says Evid Trim. So possibly some evidence of trimming. If you guys saw my no symbol video before this, I kind of covered this, but I just want to go ahead and give you a quick look here. And I think it's with the top edge. If you look kind of head on, I mean, the card looks pretty decent, but once you notice it, it kind of sticks with you. I mean, the top edge here does look a little sketchy, but you can really tell on the corners. You can see the left and right corner. There's like a little, I don't know, it doesn't quite look trimmed to me, but it does look a little odd where it may have been like nicked in a weird way. But you know, of course, they don't want to go ahead and grade it in case there's something fishy going on. So that's kind of a weird situation, but yeah, unfortunate that happened because now that throws off the entire cert numbers. You know, we had all the holos consecutive cert numbers here, as you can tell. That one ends in 87. This is going to be 88, but that just throws the whole thing off. But anyway, what can you do? These were actually sent through Ludkins late 2020, so a lot of people are getting their big bulk orders back. So these were actually graded pretty cheap, which was nice. But you'll see we got some higher end cards on the right side that are flipped over, some nice Japanese promos. But yeah, as far as these no symbol jungle hollows, none of them are really worth much. Probably like 40 to 60 bucks a piece unless you get into the 8-9 range. But yeah, just figured I would show them off, send them in. I love the no symbols, and I love, you know, sending stuff in and getting stuff back, so why not? All right, we'll stick this big old stack off to the side. Really sucks that Flareon didn't go through. But yeah, let's move on to the better stuff here. Okay, now we're all situated. Let's go ahead and dive in. We actually got a PSA 9 mint for alligator from Neo. Not first edition or anything. This one is probably between 100 to 175 in today's market. Little edge wear on the back and on the edges there. But here we have the special delivery Pikachu. Everyone knows about this card, and it, you know, the frenzy was really happening when this card came out. Man, I remember those days. I definitely wanted to get a copy just to remember the craziness of 2020. You can't have the craziness without that card. But moving on, we do have a Near Mint 7 Light Dragonite. I actually think I cracked this card out of a case that was also PSA 7. This was a long time ago. But good job on the consistency. It does have a little nick here, which I don't think I really noticed when I sent it in. I definitely wouldn't have sent it in if I noticed these little indentions. I did notice the edge wear and the chipping for sure because that was actually in my notes. So I don't know if I just looked at this card too quickly or something. But yeah, kind of disappointing for the 7 grade there. Let's go ahead and go into the next card. This card I was really happy with, Light Arcanine, one of my favorite artworks of all time. I just love the roses or the flowers in the background and the Arcanine, how he's positioned. It's just a really beautiful card. Really happy to have a 9 in that. I might keep that. This guy actually is up for sale, and I think I actually already have a buyer for it. Nice Dark Gengar. Not quite the hardest card to grade, but this guy right here, I was almost, surprised it didn't get a 10, but then when I got it back, I did notice some edge wear, but look at this artwork. The holo pattern on this, it's like a mega holo, in my opinion. I just love how this card looks. I love how the holo pattern is like across its body. This is one of my favorite cards of all time, and any Eevee or Umbreon or Evolution collector, this is pretty much the go-to card for Umbreon, in my opinion. It's a really beautiful card, beautiful artwork, and just so mysterious. You really don't see a whole lot of like dark imagery cards like this, or Omnimus. But yeah, as far as the back, it's got some white chips, but I am probably going to keep this one in my collection for a long time. Moving on, we have the Espeon. I almost consider this a counterpart. This is like the cool artwork of the Espeon, kind of the lighter card, and just a really cool artwork, really detailed. And I just think this Espeon and that Umbreon go, 1 and 2, brother and sister together all the time. This one does have a little bit more edge wear on the top, almost like a little mini crush corner. But, yep, unfortunate that got an 8. If that got a 9, I probably would have kept it. The Celebi 6. Now, this card, I cracked this one out as well, I think. I don't know. I'll have to check back in my old videos, but I definitely didn't think this should have been a 6. So maybe like with that Dragonite, I missed something here. I'm looking for some like indentions, and well, there is something like on the top. Yeah, I should have caught that. That's a little unfortunate there. Maybe I just kind of rushed through that one as well. So that and the Dragonite, I might actually crack out again for a binder collection. I don't know. I like cracking cards out for binders. This one, guys, you can see the top edge wear. Oh, but it is a T17 Near Mint 8. It does have a very nice swirl on it. This card is just very iconic. I actually bought this card, and it was shipped to me in like the worst way possible. I think I actually posted a image on my Instagram on how I received that card. But kind of crazy it got an 8 even after all that. Moving on, we're going into some Japanese. We got a Game Boy promo. This is kind of unfortunate that the Venusaur, not quite sure what's going on there, but it got an EX to Mint 6. I'll have to maybe take a closer look. Oh, it does have an indentation down here. So, man, I probably should have paid a little more attention to this, but I was trying to rush out cards to get graded because, the backlog was just going insane in 2020. Here we have a little better Venusaur, a Mint 9. This is actually a Dark Venusaur. We didn't get a Dark Venusaur on the English side, but there is a Dark Venusaur. A beautiful artwork, Dragonite Holo Game Boy promo, lovely swirl. Once again, that is just a really awesome swirl. Dragonite looks like he's looking right at it. Another one of my favorite artworks. Bam! We got a Mewtwo Game Boy Holo. PSA 10. This is another Game Boy Holo that is just really cool. The Mewtwo looks kind of ominous. Just really nice card to have. PSA 10. This one's going to be a struggle to get rid of unless I just kind of downgrade it to a 9. But I really like the artwork on a lot of these Game Boy cards. They're going to be tough to get rid of. So that's actually our first 10 going in a 10 pile. Next up, we have probably my favorite card, and unfortunately it didn't squeeze the 9. It got a Near Mint to Mint 8. Might have to downgrade that Mewtwo and upgrade that Lugia or something just to get the 9 set. But yeah, check out this card, guys. This is a VS pack, old school pack of Japanese. It is Special Space Fissure Deoxys Lenticular Holo. This actually came in like almost like a blister type pack, I feel like. It was like a little deck. But this card is really good overall. It's a lot thicker than normal cards, but it does fit in a normal case, and it is one of the only lenticular cards that Pokemon has ever created, like as a normal card size. But just such a unique card, and the text on the card actually changes as well. So a really cool card to have in my collection, one of the more unique items. Moving on, we do have some other cards, kind of lesser value, but this is a Dark Venusaur to kind of go with our Dark Ivysaur to go with our Dark Venusaur rather, but kind of got a low grade there. Here we have another Game Boy Dark Pharaoh. Surprisingly, looking at this card, it's a little more expensive than you would think. It's over $100 for a decent copy, so that kind of surprised you. This card here, World Champion No Stamp Tropical Wind. I love this card. I actually got this from Dave Persons, who is the #1 English card collector there is. The guy who owns the famous and fabled first edition, or not first edition, pre-release Raichu card. Yeah, go ahead and look him up. He is the real deal. Such a nice guy. Was happy to get that card for him. Moving on now, we got some Not Awake Japanese cards. These cards came in issues of Not Awake, kind of like a Koro release nowadays. There are 6 cards total, and I have, I believe, 5 of them in this submission. Was really happy to get a 9 on the Sunkern. They just have really cool artwork. We got a Sparrow chasing Sunkern as he's crying like a baby. That is a nice addition to the collection for sure. This card here, the Jinx, unfortunately got a near mint 7, but I love the artwork on these cards. They're really unique. They're kind of a niche item, so the sale data is kind of off in a way. It's kind of hard to find out the true value. Here we have a Psyduck Not Awake Volume 2. Love the classic artwork of the confused Psyduck. Always a classic card. Probably one of the more chase cards of the 6 cards. Aside from the Birthday Pikachu, there is actually a Birthday Pikachu that has a different art than the one you usually see. But now we're down to the last card, guys. This card I was really surprised with. There's not much sales data on, but it is a really unique kind of low pop PSA 10. Yeah, can you guess what it is? It is the Not Awake Volume 1 Mankey. Kind of an odd card, pretty niche, but very low pop in Gem Mint 10. There's not really any sales data on this, but I just love the artwork of this card, and I might actually sell this along with the other Not Awakes, but I don't know. There's just really not much sales data. And, you know, for the Not Awake set, or, you know, the Not Awaki set for you guys cringing right now, there's just really not a whole lot of data, not a whole lot of collectors. It's just kind of one of those niche Japanese promos. But yeah, I was really happy with the grade as well as this Mewtwo. I'm likely more going to keep the Mewtwo rather than the Mankey, but we'll see, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know below what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.